Hey everyone, my name is Mike, and this is my Let's Play a Shaman Part 4 video. Now, this is a 49-minute video or something like that, and the reason I've had this on my hard drive for the longest time. Like, I made this not too long after I made Part 3, but I haven't been playing World of Warcraft for a few months because I've just been kind of drained. Then just kind of got bored of it, and I didn't really feel like doing anything, and I don't know why, but I just didn't feel like editing this video or putting it together, so I decided to save it just in case I wanted to post some content or something like that, and I finally have something to post. So this is the longest, I think this is the longest commentary I've ever done. Just a commentary where I'm doing it after the fact. I'm not doing like a let's play. And the reason there's no let's play, like, you're gonna see me doing stuff in here that I'm probably talking about stuff, like achievements or something. I don't know what I was talking about. The commentary, the let's play commentary that I was doing while I was playing this, I deleted by accident, so that's why you're hearing me talk instead. So what I want to talk about in this video is Warlords of Draenor, because it was announced at BlizzCon, and I'm actually super duper excited about it. So I've got a list here of all the stuff I kind of gathered from the BlizzCon recaps. Most of the stuff that was at least important to me. So I want to go through some of it and maybe talk about my thoughts on Mists of Pandaria first. So Mists of Pandaria, I wasn't excited for it. I was just looking forward to it, if that makes sense. And I don't know. I don't think trying to give it a overall review now. I don't. It was great for introducing a lot of new content and making it so that people had something to do all the time. But I think there was way too much to do. I know there's some people that will disagree with me, but for me, I always felt overwhelmed when I was playing, especially early on, because there was so much to do. There was like 4,000 goddamn dailies. There was a ton of reputation to get. There was professions. There was quests. There was legendary quest lines. There was just... I don't remember all of it now because obviously I'm making a commentary, so why would I remember? But there was just so much content, and I felt just so overwhelmed. And though more content is always good, I felt like just how quickly it just came. It wasn't there the next day. It was when the expansion came out. So looking back now, I think the biggest thing I have against Mists of Pandaria is that it wasn't entertaining for me. So when I was leveling, none of the zones were entertaining for me. They looked cool, sure. Kunlai Summit looks sweet. What else looked cool? I think there's one more. What's that middle one with the cities in it? I forget. That one looked kind of cool. And then Jade Forest was just annoying. But the zones weren't fun. It felt like I was there forever, especially the one with the Klaxia. What's that called? I forget all the zones now because apparently I just don't remember anything when I do commentaries. But that zone was terrible. I just didn't... Leveling by itself was the biggest chore, and it felt like it dragged on forever. And leveling once was bad, but leveling my mage the second time was just gruesome. It was absolutely torture. And I don't know how I did it, and if I have to do it again, I'm probably going to cry. So that sucked. And then I got into the dungeons, and the dungeons sucked. Cause, well, at first they were fun. Let me change my opinion here. At first the dungeons were fun because they were new. It felt like there was something new going on in them, and it was kind of entertaining. But they got so boring so fast, so tedious so fast. Like, I know, what was that, like Shadowpan Monastery? That one just, fuck, whenever I saw that loading screen, I was just so agitated. Like, seriously, we're getting this one? There was the one where, what's the one where you, like, start off inside of, like, a tree or something? The first boss has, like, little globs, like, going towards him, making a pool in the middle. And then there's that one, the boss that, like, sends his enemy reinforcements up to you, and you have to, like, drop bombs on him. That dungeon sucked. That fight that I was just describing was terrible. Oh my god, I have no idea. And the dungeons sucked. And then I was trying to remember the raids earlier, but I could have just checked it, but I forgot. But the raids weren't that great. And I remember when I didn't do them. I don't think I did any of the raids except Throne of Thunder, like for regular. I did all of them on LFR, and they got super boring super fast. And I remember when, oh yeah, I do remember there were like the stupid Heart of Fear, all that crap. Man, those sucked. Oh god, Terrace of Endless Springs. Jesus Christ. I did that one on normal. That one was terrible. So I remember when Throne of Thunder came out. That was just, oh man. I was trying to get my Valor cap every week, and the best way to do it really was to run Throne of Thunder, the four wings of it, and it just felt like it went on and on and on. Like I ended up being one of those people who I would queue up for LFR. I would do damage here and there. On trash, I would just kind of walk around most of the time, just alt tab, come back in, and then move, alt tab, come back in. For bosses, I would do my burst DPS rotation, so I was on the charts. People would see my name there, and then once my cooldowns wore off, I would just alt tab out, keep an eye on the game, so I wasn't standing in anything. If people were moving, like on that Megara whatever fight, the stupid fight with the 3 heads that just went on for days. Like people moved to heads, I just come back, move, and done. Same thing. That was awful, and I hated that. Doing that just sucks, because I remember in when Dragon Soul, I think Dragon Soul was the first LFR, was it not? I think the only time I ever did stuff like that was for Spine of Deathwing, because it was Spine of Deathwing on LFR. That shit's not hard, and it's boring as hell. And then I think I did that once in a while on Madness, and I never did that. And it sucked. I hated dungeons, and like for some reason I have absolutely no problem with the pandas. They're fine. They're cool. I like them. The monks are fine. But the story and how they're everywhere just what wasn't entertaining. It wasn't. I didn't like it. I'm not someone who follows lore, but I mean, I just didn't get it. I didn't get this expansion. It didn't appeal to me. I played it, but it did not appeal to me. So when they announced Warlords of Draenor, I was like, shit, this. Okay, let's check out what this next expansion is, the one after Mists of Pandaria. And before I go on to Warlords of Draenor, I want to say that though I didn't like Mists of Pandaria that much, I do still think it was a better expansion content-wise than Cataclysm. Throwing that out there, throwing that into the wind, seeing what people think, just saying. So they announced Warlords of Draenor, and I watched a trailer, and I was like, holy shit, this is already better. I already like it a lot more. So let us begin on all the information that I've got here. So starting off, there's going to be no patch 5.5 because Blizzard said it will slow down their development on the expansion. And that's a bold move, because Dragon Soul was out for Dragon Soul was out for about a year or something like that before Mists of Pandaria came out. I think it was out for longer than a year, and people were getting pissed. People were quitting. People were going on hiatus until the expansion came out, and it was because there was nothing to do. There was literally nothing to do. People were having heroic Dragon Soul on farm for months and months and months, and just no one was playing. There was no point to the game, really, and they're kind of doing that again. And they said they want to get it out as soon as possible, but I mean, 5.4 has been out for, I don't know, it came out in the summer, didn't it? Because I stopped playing like a week or two before it came out, so it's been a while. It's been out for a while, and so let's say if they can bring it out in the spring, by God, that'll be cool. But I just don't see it happening. I feel like the spring is when they'd launch the beta, because they usually do betas, don't they? So I feel like it won't come out until at earliest the summer, meaning there would be another year of one patch, and people would just not. They wouldn't like. I don't know. I haven't played 5.4, so maybe Siege of Orgrimmar is the best raid in the world, and everyone just loves playing it, and they'll play it over and over and over again, but I doubt that's the case. So bold move. If I was Blizzard, I understand that they want to get the expansion out as soon as possible, and they don't want to slow down development, but I mean, I would put out a small patch, just something for people to do. I don't know what. I honestly have no ideas. I give credit to Blizzard for being able to come out with this content, But I mean, it's a long time to be doing one thing. So we'll see how that works out for them, and hopefully Draenor comes out sooner than later. So the next thing I have on my list is the level 90 boost. If you don't know, you'll be granted one character. You can use this on one character, and basically what it does is it gives you instantly level 90. So that way you can just go straight into the new content. And I love that idea because before I quit, I had earlier in the year I had one of my friends start playing World of Warcraft for the very first time, and the biggest thing was that he couldn't play with me or my other friend who were max level, and we were always doing dungeons together or doing LFR or PvPing or just doing something fun at level 90, just max level content. And there was our friend who was struggling to do quests. He was struggling to keep entertained. He just couldn't. He hated it. He hates quests. He's like me. He doesn't like doing quests. He just wants to be max level and do whatever. He hated it. He did not like it. And so he ended up getting to max level. And I don't know. Didn't take him that long, but it took him a while. And then we all three of us kind of just fell off the map for a while shortly after. And that friggin' what's it called? Us being max level longer than he was had nothing to do with that. But I mean, if he was max level sooner, he would have been playing with us a lot sooner. So if this level 90 boost or level 100 boost, whatever it was, it's level 90 boost, not level 100 boost. What the hell am I talking about? So if this level 90 boost was around when now, it would be pretty cool because, well, we would have been able to play with my friends sooner. So I'm really happy because now, me as someone who has 2 level 90s, I can quickly boost another guy up to level 90 if I want to. Just who do I have level 1? I have a priest or something level 1 or something that I can level up to. Just bam, level 90 done. And there you go. And it's just a third character for me. But for someone like my friend who's starting for the first time, or who was starting for the first time, if I had a new friend starting, bam, they get level 90 and we can all play together. So day one, we can just go questing together in Warlords of Draenor, and there's no quarrels about it. And that's something I really, really like. And then I also read that they've talked about putting a level 90 boost into the Blizzard store, which I don't know. I'm on the fence about that one because, again, there would still be 10 levels you have to get so you can get to level 100. But it's just everyone would be running around with level 90s. There would literally be no one doing old content because why? Why would you? It's just go buy level 90. I don't know. I don't really like that idea. So also I read that there will be fewer or no dailies at all in Warlords of Draenor, and I am ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic about that because I think I talked about this in one of the earlier Let's Plays that Burning Crusade, I was maxing out 25 out of 25 dailies every single day just so I can buy my epic flying. Lich King, I was doing dailies every day to make money. Cataclysm, I just couldn't do it. I just stopped doing dailies for months because I just couldn't friggin' do it. I couldn't handle the stress or just the boringness of doing dailies every day. And then Mists of Pandaria came out. They threw away. There was no daily cap. You can do as many as you want, and they introduced hundreds of dailies. And the worst part is, early on, that was the only way to get reputation with a lot of these factions. So it was do these dailies, or else you don't get the gear that they have, you don't get the mounts that they have, you don't get the enchantments that they have, or the patterns that they have. And it's seriously, what the frick, man? So I'm super happy that there's no dailies. I'm hoping that there's a way to still make money, because I'm not good at the auction house. I don't do a lot of old school farming anymore because I've run my course in the places that I've done them. Molten Core used to give me a lot of money, but I don't need to go there anymore, and I'm not going to because fuck Molten Core. I've spent way too goddamn much time in there. Black Temple, I'm pretty sure. Do I have my Warglyphs? I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure I do. I don't want to go back there because it's cool. It looks cool. It's kind of fun, but no, I'm not going to go back for no reason just to make some gold. So hopefully there's another another more efficient way to make gold. And I'm just gonna grab a little sip of water here because my throat's getting dry. Ah, perfect. I woke up this morning and like, you ever have it when your throat is super dry but it's super phlegmy and it also like kind of stings? That I woke up with that, and like I tried to like hork out whatever was in there, but it just wasn't working, and it sucked really hard. And it's kind of coming back now. It's going up into my sinuses and stuff. So hopefully it pisses off. Anyway, my next topic is item squish. They're finally introducing the item squish. I thought they were going to introduce it in Mists of Pandaria, but they never did. And item squish I don't have a problem with it. It's literally it's not gonna do anything for anyone. You can still solo old content. You'll still do the same damage. It's just gonna be lower, and fine, whatever. You know, it was cool seeing tanks that had 1,000,000 health. It's fine. It was nice. It was freaking so cool seeing that 1,000,000 damage crit. It's fine though. Like, it's seeing that 6 digits. It's gonna be the same as, like, after a while I'm gonna get very used to the low numbers. So I don't know if a 2,000 crit's gonna be high, but like one day I'll hit that really high crit and I'm like, oh snap, 2,000, what's up? And it'll be the same exact euphoric feeling that 1,000,000 damage gave me. So all in all, I'm not too worried about item squish. I know it's something that they've talked about, and I'm not worried about it. It's not going to affect doing old content. It's only going to make it so the numbers are smaller, which I'm pretty sure they need to do. Next up, we got primary stats change based on spec, so there's no more gear farming, which is awesome. So for example, there's not going to be intellect on I think the example they use is like intellect on plate or spirit on priest gear or something like that. So basically, the primary stats that your class, your role needs, they will change. Okay, let me rephrase that. So on the gear, your primary stats that your class need and your role needs, they will change based on your spec. So let's say I'm a fury warrior and I need, what's it, like strength, I don't know, strength and I don't know, something else. I forget what else I need because I'm just stupid today. But then let's say I went to prot. My understanding is that if I switch to my prot spec, strength will then change to, well, either lower down or I'll get some vitality or just some other important stat that I need for tanking, and I won't need to collect, you know, this is my fury set, this is my PvP set, this is my tank spec. It's not going to be, or tank set. It's not going to be 3 different sets for 3 different classes or 3 different specs. So that's kind of cool, and I really like that because it's going to save me space, save me time, and it just makes it more so everyone's kind of more what's the word I'm looking for? Diverse. It's more diverse because that way you don't have to go, oh well, I can't tank because I only have 1 piece of tanking gear. Now it's like, oh yeah, let me just switch to tanking because I can do that. It's nice. Like I personally, I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of tanking because I hate tanking. I don't like that responsibility, and I just don't like tanking. I much rather do DPS because I can kind of zone out for a bit and do my thing, whereas tanking I got to pay attention all the time. And so like I'm not going to do tanking unless but if there's a situation where it's like one person like the tank leaves from our dungeon queue and there's like I can't, there's no one else that can tank, so I'll just jump into tank spec. Instead of DPS tanking, I'll just jump into tank spec and do the dungeon until we get our next tank, and that's cool. They also said that they will be, my next item rather, they said they claim that leveling will be a fun and fast-paced romp through the zones, and that the team is backing off the idea of leveling being a long grind, which I don't know. I feel like they've said that for every single expansion, that they're going to make leveling more exciting. They're going to lay off how much of a grind it feels like, and it's going to be super fun, super fast-paced. And each expansion has been, for me anyway, a disappointment. And in terms of leveling, that is, because I know I'm in the vast. I'm pretty sure I'm in the vast minority that just hates. Well, no, I'm pretty sure this is the majority thought. Actually, now that I think about it, I think most people don't like leveling, especially more than once. And and I don't know if they're gearing this message towards people like me who hate leveling even the first time. Like I don't Like this, when I first step into the zone, I've never been there before. The first zone you get into in Warlords of Draenor, I'm not gonna like it. Leveling there is going to suck if it stays the same as it's always been. That is. So hopefully there's a way that they can make it. If it's not entertaining, because I mean questing, I don't know how entertaining you can really make it. If it's not entertaining, I would at least hope it's fast, because like I said, in Mists of Pandaria, it felt like I was just there forever. It felt like 80 to 81 was long, 81 to 82 just kill me now, 82 to 83 it's like, Jesus Christ, why am I still playing this game? And by the time you get to 85, you're sitting there like just practically dead, brain dead, drooling on your keyboard. Just, I can't believe I did that. That was the most excruciating thing ever. And I have another friend who played and came back late into Mists of Pandaria, and he was 85 leveling to, or he was 80, wait, was it? What was it? Yeah, he was 85 leveling to 90. And it's just, the number one thing I heard was just how much he hated leveling, how long it took, and just complaints along those lines. And I totally understood. I was like, yeah, I know, leveling sucks, but if you can stick it through, you'll be able to do some fun stuff. And that was the one thing I was worried about, is that, oops, I just dropped my chapstick. I was worried about the fact that my friend came back and he wasn't going to like leveling so long, and so he'd get bored of it and quit again, and I would just kind of be stuck playing WoW alone again, which, I mean, it's no problem, but WoW was so much more fun with friends. So I was really hoping he wasn't going to get burnt out before he even got to level 90. So hopefully they can make it fun and fast. Next up, we got the fact that hit, expertise, dodge, and parry are gone, as is reforging. Yes, thank God that shit is gone, because it was so tedious and frustrating having to constantly reforge my gears, like take out mastery, put it into hit. Okay, well, I have too much hit here, so let me see if I can take out some hit here to kind of balance it so it's exactly 8%, and then put it into my expertise so it's exactly 26 or whatever the numbers were. That just sucks. Same with the dodge and parry. I hated it. It just sucked so much. So I'm happy they're taking that out. I hope it's not like they're taking it out, but there's kind of like a replacement. I hope it's just, you get your gear, you're done. That's it. There is a 100% chance you will not miss, or I mean, you will hit or I guess a 99% chance you'll hit. I don't know. If they can balance it out, that'd be cool. I just hated hit and expertise. And whenever it came to dodge and parry, I always thought they were the same thing, so I would always just reforge into whatever. So I don't know. And then as for reforging itself, I know that really that the fact that those 4 stats are gone now, it really serves no purpose, because what are you going to reforge into? But the reforging concept was pretty cool, and if they could, I mean, I know that the gear is always just going to be scaled now to your class, so really there's no point in having it, but I just always thought it was a cool idea, the fact that you could reforge stats. So I understand that it's going away, but at the same time, I'm like, it'd be pretty cool if I could still reforge, mastery or something, say, into a better stat, like strength or something, like, I don't know, or crit strike, something like that. Because I would assume I need crit strike more than I need mastery, but whatever. Moving on, we have the fact that fewer items can be enchanted, but more items, there's more enchanting options for those items. And this concerns me as an enchanter, because of the fact that enchanting is kind of nice to make money off of every once in a while, but at the same time, enchants are awesome because they just make you so much better. So I like the fact that no matter what, like, I get a new piece of gear, bam, go into my bank, grab some dust and some essences, and enchant my cloak to do 35 crit damage, or enchant my weapon to have 1,000 strength on it when it procs and stuff like that. So hopefully, I don't know what they're going to change in terms of enchanting, but the fact that they're making less items enchantable, it concerns me. So we'll see. I'm kind of hoping to give us another enchanter exclusive. I don't know. I'm just thinking here. Just forgive me. Kind of along the lines of enchanting, we have that there's only going to be 1 gem slot per item now, and there's no more socket bonuses, nor is there meta gems. Or meta gems. I'm pretty sure it's meta. It's meta, right? I'm pretty sure it's meta. So I like that. I like that and they said that the gems are more powerful, so I really like that. I really like that I don't have to kind of worry about matching colors so I can get this cool socket bonus, and I don't have to worry about matching the colors of my meta gems so I can get that bonus. I like it. That's just cool. Love it. Next up, we have, finally, they are introducing player housing. They are calling it garrisons, and this is something that I don't really know why people wanted this so bad. I still don't. It's kind of like farming to me. I just don't like the actual tillers farm. I don't get it, really. So, I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's something to do. I know a lot of people wanted player housing, but I just don't get it. It's not for me. I'll definitely check it out, and who knows, maybe I'll fall in love with it and I'll understand it. But as far as I know, you get followers, and their DPS, damage, and healing. You can send them out on missions, but you gotta coordinate which ones would be the best ones for the missions. And I read somewhere, I think, that you can also send them out for raids, and you have to coordinate which raid they would be best for and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. I like the mini games aspect of it, so we'll see how that works out. As far as I know, it's going to be like the Tiller's Farm, where you're phased. There's no loading screen, but you're phased into somewhere else. So a lot of people actually didn't like that. I think a lot of people wanted to have it so that everyone could have their player house seen and just kind of attacked and stuff like that, which I think would be cool. Like, I don't know where they would find the space for this, but the idea of having like garrison battles is just awesome to me. It's kind of like in like old school invasion stuff, like medieval. It's kind of like, I was gonna say Game of Thrones, but not really. But if I think about it, it's kind of like medieval times, where this castle didn't like this castle, so they attacked it and shit. And I think that would be really cool. So I don't know if they're gonna incorporate that or not, but that would be pretty cool. If it's kind of, I think you could just make it so you flag yourself for PvP, or you flag your garrison for PvP, and then you can do that. You can destroy other people's garrisons, and they can destroy yours, and you have to rebuild it. I think that would be kind of cool. I haven't read anything about that, so that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, they're also saying that you can get limited access to professions, which I saw a screenshot of. So it's like you have like blacksmithing, but you can't make all the cool stuff. You just gotta make a few stuff here and there, which no problem. That's pretty cool. And then you also get some loot. So I'm down for that. Next on the chopping block, we have the legendary. I need a legendary quest line. I need another drink of water because my throat hurts. Oh man, I honestly haven't talked this long about stuff ever. Cool. So legendary questline in Mists of Pandaria, I thought that was a great idea to have a expansion long questline that rewarded you. First, I think the first reward you got was that epic cape, and then you get the legendary gems, and then like the something else after that, and I think then you got the cape. And I always thought that was cool because it was something that everyone can do. LFR, normal, heroic, whatever you're doing, you could do it. It might take you a little bit longer if you're an LFR or something like that, but at the end of the day, you can still do it, and it's cool. And it tells this huge story, and then it culminates into something awesome. And I don't know, I don't know what it culminated into in patch 5.4, but as far as I knew, the lead up to it was great. I loved it. I loved the story it told, even though I don't remember all of it, or any of it really. Well, I remember some of it. I loved it, and I'm looking forward to the legendary questline that'll be in Draenor, because I feel like it could be super cool, and just having having that extra boost when it comes to finishing the questline, you get this awesome item or this awesome gem or something like that, is just a cool thought. Moving on, I don't know how to segue between my segments or between my thoughts, so I'm just gonna say moving on, or my next topic or point. So hopefully that's not annoying. My next point is the new PvP zone. It's called Ashron, and they said it's similar to the original AV, Alterac Valley. So I'm really excited about that, because in Mists of Pandaria, as far as I can remember, there was not a PvP zone. In Cataclysm, they had Tol Barad, which, I mean, it was okay, I guess, but nothing will ever beat Wintergrasp. Wintergrasp was the shit. When Lich King came out, I remember specifically queuing up every single game because it was super fun. Oh, what is this text? Hold on. Okay, so Wintergrasp was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. I loved it, and I would go back in Cataclysm and even Mists of Pandaria, and it just saddened me that there was only like 1 or 2 people there, because that was such a good PvP zone, so much fun, and I don't know. I thought it was great. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully they make it something like that. And like I was just thinking about this because speaking of Wintergrasp, lately I've been kind of looking back. I don't know if this is because I don't know why I do this, but I lately I've been doing a lot of this is remembering stuff. If that makes sense. I've been kind of having these nostalgia trips where like I had one for when Call of Duty Ghosts came out. I kind of had this nostalgia trip that it reminded me of Modern Warfare 2, and that's why I really like Call of Duty Ghosts. But now that I think about Wintergrasp, I have this really cool, fun memory where it's kind of the same as my Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 memory, is that I'm queuing up and this is what I'm remembering. So I'm queuing up for Wintergrasp. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning, Christmas holidays. I'm in high school, I think it was grade 10, maybe grade 11. Pretty sure it was grade 10. So like it's high school, mid high school, queuing up for Wintergrasp. It's Wintergrasp is a snowy area, and there's people everywhere. Like people are. I'm pretty sure you need to like invite yourselves into groups so that there's 80 people going into Wintergrasp when that portal opens, and then I look outside of my window and it's one of those snowy days where it's kind of like there's no snow on the roads, it's just slush, and it's very, very, very faintly snowing, and it's super warm in my house, but I know that it's pretty chilly outside, and I don't know why, it just makes me, I like that memory. That memory is fond to me. That's a good memory I have of World of Warcraft that isn't even anything big, like Ulduar or anything like that. It's just a feeling that I had personally when I was just playing the game, and it's a fun memory to have. So I'm hoping that this new PvP zone will kind of rekindle that and make a cool ass PvP zone, because Wintergrasp was awesome. Moving on, we have updated character models. Finally, this is something that hasn't really bothered me. The character models, I'm not a huge graphic buff, but I know a lot of people are really passionate about that, and they've been asking for updated character models since like 2006 basically. So I'm happy that they're doing it finally for the people. As far as I know, they said they're only going to update the character models up to the Worgen and Goblin, and that the Worgen and Goblin may get updated character models later on. So we'll see. Either way, it's just another way that they're kind of improving World of Warcraft and listening to the fans. And for me, like, I don't care. I really don't care about the updated character models. It looks cool for sure. I'm not gonna say no, don't do it. I mean, it looks awesome. The new character models are great. Would I be? Am I indifferent? Yes, I'm indifferent. I don't care if or if not they do it. So good for them. I'm happy that they're listening to people and that they're gonna make some people happy with this. And as far as I know, there was I think they updated like thousands and thousands of polygons or whatever they're called. I don't really know too much about that, but that's pretty cool. Moving on to a little bit of Draenor itself. How much time do I have? Damn. Oh wow, I got some time. Let me move this stuff over actually. Okay, move this over here, move that over there. Okay, so moving on to the actual content itself a little bit. I have that Draenor is Outlands before it was shattered, so it's kind of like a zone in the past, and that's awesome. I gotta move this stuff because this is all the same. I'm talking about the same thing, so I just want to make sure I don't jump around. Anyway, so I was looking at some of the concept art. Wow, I have hiccups like crazy. I was looking at some of the concept art, and it looked cool. The monsters look cool, the zones look pretty decent, and Draenor itself is exciting to me because Outlands, leveling there sucked, but the zones were pretty cool. Some of them, like I know, like Shenmue Valley was it was okay. Hellfire, no. Nagrand, decent. Terakar, decent. Blade's Edge Mountains sucked. And then I think the only other one was Netherstorm, which was great. And so Draenor is literally just going to be Outlands, but before it was shattered. So I saw some of the screenshots and some of the concept art of some of the zones they had, and I just gonna talk about that real quick. So Frostfire Ridge, it reminds me of Dragonblight from Lich King, so I'm on the fence about it. It's okay. It looks pretty cool. It has like a big skeleton of a dragon or something in the middle of it or something like that. So that's why, and it's snowy, so that's why it reminds me of Dragonblight. Next up, I saw Gogrond. It looks, I don't like that zone because it looks super dull. It basically looks like Desolace before the Cataclysm. It's just a desert. I don't like it. Hopefully, it just Blades Edge mountains, but without the blades or the edges or the mountains. It's just, I don't really like the way it looks so far. Shadowmoon Valley looks way different, and it looks actually pretty cool. It's just, the current Shadowmoon Valley is like, it's greenish, grayish, and dark and shit, but like this all just destroyed and green fire and lava and stuff. But the Draenor Shadowmoon Valley looks awesome. It's like, everything's still established. It's just nighttime. The moon looks sweet. It just basically looks like a nighttime Terracar forest. It just looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to being in that zone. What else was there? Where am I? Oh, here. Talador. Talador is basically Terracar forest. It looks great, and I'm super excited about Shatrath City's return. I'm really hoping that it's like the common city again, because Shatrath was awesome. I loved it. I remember when I still had a shitty computer. Like I had like a X1950 AMD graphics card or something like that. I had like 2 gigabytes of RAM. Not even. I don't even think. And I had like my 70 gigabyte hard drive. It was terrible. I had a terrible computer. I'm so happy I don't have that anymore. And I remember Shatrath City. If I logged out, if I made the mistake of logging out in chat, it was like a 10-minute log in past the loading screen, and then it was like 1 FPS up until I got like basically halfway out of Terracar Forest. It just, looking back, it was super aggravating sometimes, but it was just, that's another fun memory for some reason. I don't know why. It's just remembering how I had a shitty computer and how awesome Shatrath City was. And I remember when I would play on my brother's computer, he would get about 20 FPS, and when I would look around, I was like, wow, this place actually looks awesome when I can see shit and I can see these people. It looks awesome. So really excited about Shatrath, and I hope it is the main city. Next, we have that the story is spilling into the next expansion. They have some more expansions planned. I like that idea. I like the fact that it's kind of like this expansion leaves you on a cliffhanger, and you're like, oh, okay, well, what's the next expansion going to bring? Whereas it's like Mists of Pandaria ended, and it kind of ended, as far as I know, it ended kind of openly. But what I'm hoping for Draenor is that Draenor, I don't know how to say it, Draenor. I'm gonna say Draenor, like Jim Raynor, but Draenor. So I'm hoping that it's like the end, like the last thing you see in this expansion is like, whoa, what? It's like a big cliffhanger. You just don't know what happens next. You can't wait for the next expansion, and it hopefully tells some pretty cool stories. I also have here that the Dark Portal is turning red, which I am okay with. I'm actually super okay with that. The Dark Portal now looks awesome. I cannot wait to see what it looks like red, and just hopefully they have some cool animation or something that's seeing this green turn into red slowly. It's gonna look cool. They also, next up, we have that they're doing account-wide heirlooms, toys, and maybe tabards, and that they may have their own tabs. As far as I know, I saw a tab for heirlooms, so I'm super happy about that. Tabards, I don't like tabards. I know they're called tabards, I'm pretty sure, but I like to call them tabards because it's funny to me. But I know that tabards don't. I'm not a tabard person. I just collect them for the achievements, and they're just sitting in my bank. And in any ones that I can put in my void storage, they're just sitting in there wasting space. And hopefully I can clear up that stuff soon, because I just did it for the achievements. I don't like the way tabards look, especially on an orc, because it just like, it stops at your stomach and it goes through your legs and shit. It just looks stupid. I don't like it. They really quickly, they're doing larger stack size items for larger stack sizes for items. So you can, instead of the 20 stacks, you have 100. So that's gonna save up some space in your bags. And there's gonna be no quest items in bags. It's gonna be part of the quest UI, which I'm looking forward to. It's gonna be great. and hopefully there won't be any messing up, because sometimes the quest UI messes up, so hopefully there won't be any much of that. You can also craft items from your bank, and I'm hoping that goes for enchanting as well. Like, you can enchant items and do stuff like that from your bank. You don't have to get the dusts, because that was just annoying. Because that way, when I get a new piece of gear, I can enchant it right away. I don't have to get like a mobile bank, or I don't have to go Hearth to town and go to my bank and stuff like that. So going to the dungeons and raids part of it, they said there's going to be 7 dungeons at launch, 4 while you're leveling, and 3 for max level. Which, I mean, heroics, like dungeons, they are what they are. They're usually small and cool at first, and they get super boring super quick, but you have to grind through them. I'm hoping that the first 4 for leveling are interesting. I'm hoping all of them are interesting, really, because like I said, I hated Mists of Pandaria dungeons. They said that Upper I can't talk anymore. Wow. Upper Blackrock Spire might return, which I don't like. I hate Blackrock. I don't like any Blackrock related zones, dungeons, raids. Nope, they all are terrible in my opinion. I just don't like the look, don't like the layout, don't like anything to do with them, don't like the bosses, don't like the trash, don't like anything about Blackrock. Nothing about that interests me. They also said that Auchindoun, the broken zone in the middle of Terracar, where like you have mana tombs and stuff like that, might be making a comeback, but it's going to not be broken down. It's going to be still built. So if that happens, that's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that, because Auchindoun, I really don't know how to say that. Auchindoun is like my favorite, not my favorite, but it's one of my. I really like the way it looks, so I'm looking forward to that. They also previewed Bloodslag Mines, which is a dungeon, I believe, and it's about slaves being driven by like 4 masters or something like that. It basically just reminds me of the Blackrock dungeons, which I just said I don't really like. They also previewed. They also said the Blackrock Foundry is the second raid, so more Blackrock, hooray! It's like the third, pretty sure it's the 3rd expansion in a row that there's some Blackrock related crap. So awesome, possum, yeah. They talked about Trial of the Gladiator, which is like a PvP thing where it has tournament rules, and you can buy PvP gear from the vendors and play just right away, and there's like rewards involved with it. So that'll be pretty cool. I might participate in that. That might be interesting. We'll see. And the last thing I have about the expansion is the warrior skills. I think they're pretty decent. There's this one where if we do Whirlwind or Thunderclap, we for 30 seconds gets blades spinning around us and do 1,000 DPS. So that's like 1,000 damage per second, which is awesome. Within anyone to 8 yards, I think it is. And then we have the next skill we have is an AoE heroic throw dot, which is awesome. And then we have another thing that does 20% damage to us, but we gain 30 rages. That's like the weakest one in my opinion. I don't know if that's like a tank skill or who would use that, but I don't know. That's just my thing. But overall, Warlords of Draenor is, I think it's going to be a great expansion. I'm currently not playing World of Warcraft, but as soon as I saw the trailer, as soon as I started reading about it, I know I will be coming back. When 6.0 hits and that launch event starts, I'm probably going to get my resubscription and then start playing, get that expansion, and as far as I know, enjoy. I'm going to get some more water real quick. Because it's just, I'm super excited. I don't know if I already said this, but I haven't been this excited for expansion since Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King was the first expansion that I was a part of the launch for, because I started playing a Burning Crusade, and Lich King I was just super excited for it. I'm just super excited for this one. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Going back to Outlands is going to be sweet, and it's just freaking awesome. What was did I feel like I forgot something? I talked about Draenor's Outlands before it was shattered. Did I talk about that? I don't know. I don't, just really quickly, Draenor is Outlands before it's shattered. It looks like, yeah, it's like a zone in the past. And also, on that note, it's a zone in the past, which I like, because like the whole story about this expansion kind of has to do with, I think, Garrosh going back in time and trying to do something that like affects the alternate timeline. But it's not going to alter our timeline, and that he's going to go through the dark portal to kill us or something like that. It just sounds cool. So I'm looking forward to that. And I knew I was going to run out of things to talk about in the 50 or whatever minutes that this video is. So I am going to talk about the Warcraft movie for a couple minutes. The Warcraft movie is something I am super excited about. When they announced that they're doing it, I was like, yes, thank God. I to be honest, I was kind of hoping it would be CGI, like their CGI trailer was for MoP, but it's not, and I understand why. It's like tons of resources. It would take them such a long time, but that's fine. They're doing live action, and I'm okay with that. I'm pretty okay with that. So I'm just really looking forward to it. I think it's going to come out December 2015, which is perfect because The Hobbit ends next year. So I know part 2 comes out next month, I don't know when you're watching. I don't know when I'll upload this, but part 2 comes out in December of 2013, and then the last part comes out next year, and then right after that I got Warcraft. So hopefully, then like for the 4 years in a row, I'll have content to fit my medieval nerdy Lord of the Warcraft thing. So that's gonna be cool. But the story, as far as they said, is going to be orcs versus humans, and it's mostly taking place in Eastern Kingdoms, which is fine because I think Eastern Kingdoms is the better of the two zones in Azeroth. Orcs versus humans story is going to be awesome, and they also said, I also read that someone needs to win, so hopefully whoever wins, it has like a cool story. And I know there's going to be a lot of people really mad about whoever wins, but hopefully it's a really satisfying ending. And they said that if the first one does good, they might do second ones or sequels to it. So hopefully it does well. The director, Duncan Jones, I think, he said that he wants to either match or beat the Lord of the Rings movies, which is a huge thing to say. Like, that is, like, if you say that, you better fucking deliver. With that in mind, I don't know Duncan's work. I didn't even search him up or anything like that. I don't know what he's done. But I am looking forward to seeing if he can live up to Lord of the Rings and even beat it. If he can do that, that'll be fine by me, because Lord of the Rings is probably one of my favorite movies, trilogies. The Hobbit is great, and if they can do something along those lines, similar or better with Warcraft, by all means do it, because that shit will be great. So I think this thing is finally coming up to an end. I don't know. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There won't be a part 5 of me doing a Let's Play for this, at least not for a while. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be playing Warcraft until like patch 6.0 launches, and even then I don't know if I'll be doing Let's Plays for my Shaman very often. I'll hopefully be doing more videos for Warcraft if I start playing again. Maybe doing some launch event stuff, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to make this video because I'm excited about the new expansion. And if you don't know already, since I have this video's never gonna end. I have a second gaming channel. It's called Vigil Gaming, and I post a video there every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do a lot of first-person shooter stuff and commentaries and Let's Plays. So check it out if you're interested. You can subscribe or not, it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. I do giveaways every once in a while. At the time of this video, I have a Battlefield 3 giveaway, and I'm also doing a Batman Arkham Asylum giveaway this weekend, I think. So that's gonna be cool. I don't know, like for me, the day that I'm commentating this right now, it is November 12th, 2013, 11:24 a.m. So I don't know when I'll get around to rendering this. I don't know when I'll get around to uploading it, but hopefully you get to see it soon. And hopefully you watch the whole thing, and hopefully you're excited about the expansion. So anyway, so check out that channel. Anything else I should talk about? I don't know. Well, I guess I'll just talk about because there's no audio. For some reason the game audio didn't record. So I'll just talk about right now. I'm doing this commentary, waiting for my girlfriend to come back to the city, so I can go to her house and we can cuddle. We can watch the new Walking Dead. And we can also watch Dark Skies, because she mentioned that she wants to watch it. So there's that, and I think that's good. You think that's good? Yeah, I think it's all right, cool. So anyway, thanks for watching. I love your faces. Hopefully this was an informative video. Hopefully intriguing video, commentary, all that stuff. Hopefully I'll see you all in the future. Hopefully I'll see you in the future of World of Warcraft. And hopefully I'll see you at a movie theater near you. What? I don't know. Thanks for watching. Love your faces. Check me out on the Vigil Gaming. Love your face. I think I said that 14 times, but I love your face. So see you later. Love your face. Bye.